Hi, welcome to the Unabridged Librarian. And today we're going to talk about one of my favorite authors. You may or may not know her work, and I want to introduce you to her work. If you are a fan of camp and horror, I think you're really going to like her books. I would say if you like things like Ash versus the Evil Dead, old school 80s, 90s slasher, um, camp. I mean, I can't call it anything but camp. It's really, really good, and I think you'll really enjoy it. I am talking about V.S. Lawrence. I'm not going to talk much about her because I don't really know her. I know a little bit what's on her website, which is up behind me. And I will link that in the description below so you can go there as well. I know from the website that she was raised in Utah and she loves horror and she loves her dog and she's scared of everything. And yeah, I mean, aren't we all? So let's start because I don't want to make this too long, but I want to give you a good, thorough introduction. So the first book is this one. This is 80s Ghosts, and I will do a little bit on the back, tell you a little bit about the book. So it says the introduction is the year is 2009, and Chrissy Rodriguez is determined to make her ghost hunting vlog an internet success. She's only one more failed investigation away from financial ruin and having to move back to home when she receives an email asking her to investigate Merlin High, a school that burned down in the 80s. She's presented with a unique opportunity that could make or break her. So, as they explore the decaying halls searching for evidence of the paranormal, Chrissy notices that her team is acting a little off. Everything begins to unravel, blurring the lines between past and present. With her team stretched to its limits, Chrissy realizes that some secrets want to be found, and some of them have even been waiting. This is fantastic. I believe this is novel wise, adult novel wise, a debut. It was great. It felt realistic. I connected with the characters. I could see where they were coming from. Their Chrissy Rodriguez's journey itself felt very real. Anybody who's wanted to do something different and decided to do a vlog can totally understand where she's coming from. And the horror in this one is very 80s haunted house. At least that's the way it feels. Not yes, jump scares because that's what you expect in 80s horror, but also very suspense. And, with, oh, did you see what you thought you saw? Um, I'm going to say that out of all the stuff that V.S. Lawrence writes, when she chooses an era, like this was obviously about somebody in, the early aughts, but, the story is really more about what happened in the 80s, and it feels very much true to that. As a debut, this was phenomenal, and it's what led me to her next book, which we'll talk about, which is this one, With Friends Like These. This is 90s final girl slasher. Um, I like this one even more than that one. And I didn't think I would, I'll be honest. I was a little worried going into it. I was like, the protagonist is a little young. I'm not sure if this is going to be for me. But I did the same thing. I'll read the little back. It says, Camp Red Moon was supposed to be a fresh start for Kenzie. Kenzie, I love this. That's such a 90s name. Anyway, a summer of fun and new friendships. But the remote camp has quickly turned into a waking nightmare. When the camp leader heads into town, leaving the group isolated in the high Uinta Mountains, a seemingly harmless prank to summon a demon unleashes a terror beyond their worst fears. As tensions boil over and the bodies begin to pile up, Kenzie finds herself questioning who to trust. But the deeper the campers descend into chaos, the closer Kenzie comes to uncovering a truth more horrifying than anything she could have imagined, one that will leave no soul at Camp Red Moon untouched. Yeah, it's got little things. This girls' camp can be hell. This is, like I said before, Final Girl, 90s slasher. It was fantastic. As I said, girls' camp, I wasn't really sure. but it was really good. And I don't want to say I didn't see the end. I didn't predict it. I didn't completely predict it. It did end differently than I expected. So if you're looking for something that might surprise you, this is the way to go. Or if you just like slashers, this is good. It's gory and wonderful. And this, I love this one. So this one's much thinner. This is the newest one. Um, this is a Chalupa Cabra Y2K. Am I excited to read this? Yes. I'm actually going to start this today. I got it a couple days ago. I went ahead and ordered it when I found out that V.S. Lawrence had written another one. I love this. Once again, I'm just going to go through the back really quick. It's really, really short. But for me personally, I would start with 80s Ghosts to get a really good, kind of understanding of, I feel like that's a really good introduction to her writing style. But let's do with this one. So it says, in the summer of Y2K, a slow night shift at Tico Taco takes a turn for the cursed when a couple of bored employees deep fry something they definitely shouldn't have. Now something greasy, pissed off, and way too into hot sauces, leaving behind a trail of empty packets and drained bodies. Janet, burned out, Landon, baked, and Trina, bedazzled, are the only thing standing between the Chalupa Cabra and total chili cook-off carnage. They have no weapons training, no plan, and absolutely no business being the heroes in this story, but unfortunately, they're all we've got. I love it. This is, you know what this makes me think of? I haven't read it yet, but anybody who's a fan of MST3K, this makes me think of MST3K. This sounds like it's going to be wonderfully just ridiculous, and I could use that because I read a book, an arc for a book. I think it was called "Everything Is Beautiful and Nothing Hurts," and that book crushed me. I need something silly and campy and light and horror, and I'm hoping this is just greasy and gory and gorgeous because I mean, look at this. This is, yeah, I'm excited. You know what it is? It reminds me of Goosebumps. That's what it is. The cover reminds me of Goosebumps. I didn't read a lot of Goosebumps as a kid. I was not an R.L. Stine person, but that's what the cover looks like. Yeah, I'm excited. And this is going to be one of my January reads. And I'll have to let you know. So, that is V.S. Lawrence. I'm really excited to see what she does next. I'm honestly kind of hoping that she keeps with this theme. We could do, like, if you want to go backwards a little bit, the 70s was still very slashery. You get into the 60s and you get like monster movies. I can't even imagine what she would do with like the whole like kaiju thing, because like that would be awesome. That would be cool. And 50s, you had like, radioactive horror. There was all that kind of stuff. There's just so much you could do. Going forward, I couldn't tell you. But as much as I'd like to see her writing something horror but a little serious, I love this. This is what gets you through all those other books. When you read lit fic, or you read something that just can be too much and you need a break, but you still want something really good. V.S. Lawrence. I'm just saying this. I'm so excited after I read this one. Hopefully I still feel the same, and I'll be really excited to see what she does next. Wherever she goes, I think I am going to be a fan, and I think I am going to keep reading her stuff. So I highly recommend that you check her out if you get a chance. You can get her stuff on Amazon. You could probably get it through Barnes & Noble as well. I don't know. Honestly, I did get mine through Amazon. And I ordered these for my libraries at work as well, and they've been received pretty well there too. So that's about all I got. So yeah, check out V.S. Lawrence and let me know below what you think, if you've read her stuff before, and if not, and you decide to, pop back and let me know. As always, thank you guys for checking out my video.